The first thing to actually build in our total model is the ground. As already explained, we will use a sphere to plane contact, which is not a 3D contact, but it's more like a mathematical approach. But being mathematical, it's more accurate, so that's why we advise to use this type of contact. For this, we first need a plane to model the ground. We are now looking at the front of the model, so actually we have to draw a plane in the XZ plane of the global space. So this would be a view in which we want to draw the plane. As you see, you can't look at the grid right now, so a good choice would be to change the grid settings and set the orientation of the grid equal to view plane. Right, so now the grid automatically snaps to your view in which you want to build a component right now. Just keep an eye on the global triad to have an idea where you are looking at. Okay, creating a plane for the ground is just easy. It's one of the components in the solids library, rigid body plane, and you preferably want to define this on the ground. You can define it on a moving part, but then you have to glue it to the ground. But moving it, just fixing it to the ground, is the most convenient choice. And all you got to do is draw the beginning point and the end point, and you have your plane defined. You can even make it nicer by just saying, okay, going to the plane, renaming the plane and calling that ground surface, for instance. Okay, going to the marker. A geometry is always fixed to a marker, and as you see here, this is the reference marker of the plane. The reference marker is called marker 1. Can be okay, but maybe it's better to have it in a name that you can recognize, so it's easier to debug with the model. Ref surface. Okay, and again, maybe it's easier just to make that parameter, make that marker 0, 0, 0, so it's in the center of your model. And then it's easier as well to say, okay, now we're gonna wrap the surface around our marker, and we can just define the size of the, maybe this is a bit big, but it gives you an idea, 1 meter by 1 meter. So xmin, xmix, xmax, xmin, xmax, ymin, ymax. So I'm going to make a 2 meter wide plane around the center of my global frame, and I can now start working from the origin of my global frame.